Hi everyone, today is gonna be Bloodwave build. For those who played this build in Season 7, you know how strong this build is. Even though it got tuned down for Season 8, this is still probably one of the strongest build in the game, and I believe this is the best build to go from T1 to T4. It's really easy to go from T1 to T4 with this build. I think within 10 hours in the season, Necromancer was already in T4 this season, even with the nerf, and it's really easy. So I want to make this video to help you guys to get this build going together and understanding how to make it works. Like obviously the planner here is what you're gonna aim for, but I will try to tell you what you need to make it works, and you don't need perfect gear to make it works. I will do a little showcase. Here, let's go. It's 55. Like this build is really easy if you wanna carry your friends to T4 and do carry for bosses, so you can scale very early and farm some gear. For the potion, I use maximum life here. Incensers, you just use whatever, it doesn't stack anymore for XP, so just use an incensers to have more XP. And Bloodwave plays really easily. It's basically the same build as in Season 7, but it just got nerfed. But it's still too strong, maybe, and some other build should be as strong, maybe. But yeah, this build is still very strong, very easy to play. You just basically press Bloodwave, pick up the blood orb on the ground, and that's it. As you can see here, I will show you my full setup after the run. My gear is not perfect. I think my masterwork is 4 to 12, so you really don't need a lot to make this build works. It's really easy to get it going. I will also try to show you a quick boss kill, because the boss are pretty hard to kill now in T4, and many people want to do boss carries, and it can be a little bit hard. Like on my sock right now, I don't think I can carry T4 boss, while on the Necromancer with very non-optimal gear is already very easy to do. You might be able to do the carries in T4 when you start your Necromancer, but doing it in T3 is already very good. Doing it in T3, like from T3 to T4, I believe it's only 10% more loots, so doing it in T3 is also very efficient, and like there is no real reason to try to force T4 if you can't do it yet. But yeah, as you can see, everything just dies. Like, and this is a build that I made like maybe like 6 hours in the season is enough to have a build like this going and literally destroy the content in T3 and T4. But yeah, you just run around and press some Bloodwave. Like I don't even bother with other skills. Other skill, like there are some rotation for pit pushing that you can do, but you don't even need that. Like everything just get one shot anyway. But yeah, very useful if you want to carry friends through T4 and do boss carries, farming some mats, farming some boss so you can get mythic and maybe like switch classes later if you want to go fast. Necromancer is a very good choice. Here we reach the boss, probably get one shots. And yeah, literally just one shots. My glyph, very important to level up your glyph, but yeah, as you can see I have many glyphs not level 46 because I don't have the gems. Let's try to do one boss quickly, and this one has whispers, so let's do this one quickly. We are in T4 right now. Let's do 0 in T4. They made some changes in the Season 8, and now you don't need the boss mats to summon the boss. You can just go and kill the boss, and you need the boss mat to get the reward. So, for example, if you don't know, if you're unsure if you can do the carries, you can just give it a try without paying any mats. Like you just arrive here, you click the altar, and the boss gonna arrive. here, press Bloodwave. Yeah. This is the mountain boss in T4. Supposed to be very hard, but Bloodwave still very strong. Then you get the reward here, and you can decide to open the chest or not to get the loot. So yeah, let's go through the setup. I will show you website quickly. So basically, to get this build going, you're gonna need three things. You're gonna need the Kessim's Legacy pants. You're gonna need the title aspect. It's very important. Like, you really need this three things to make it work, otherwise the build doesn't work. So this build is not a leveling build from level 1 to level 60. This build, you can get this build started when you reach T4 with your leveling build. You can get like a minion build, like any build will do. It's really easy to get from 1 to 60. But yeah, once you reach T1, your goal is going to go to Lordzir here, that I just killed, as you can see here. And yeah, your goal is gonna be to kill Lordzir and have some blood, some Matt's blood, open the chest and try to get the pants. It doesn't need to be GA, you just need the pen to make it work. So for the gear, I will show you my gear now. On the helm, I got this helm. When I reached T1, I didn't have GA. I was trying to get at least one GA on every piece of gear, and for doing that, what I was doing is doing pits, getting obols and gamble the obols at the vendor and trying to get at least one GA. It doesn't matter the GA you get, it's better if you get intelligence or maximum life, but just try to get one GA. Yeah, on the helm, get some toughness. On the aspect, you're gonna use the hardened bones. On the chest, I had this one. With intelligence, I use juggernauts to cap my armor. If you don't need it, you can use another aspect, but that was very useful for the armor at the beginning. On the glove, I didn't have 2 GA. I found I didn't have any GA, but it doesn't matter. Like, just try to get some critical tractions, intelligent, max life. This aspect is very important. It's gonna make your blood skill also become shadow, so you're gonna have more damage. So ultimate shadow is very important to have. Kessim's pants, you wanna masterwork on Bloodwave to deal double damage. Boots, you wanna try to have intelligence, max life. Then the third one doesn't really matter. Movement speeds, if you are gonna go fast, armor or resistance, it depends, whatever you need. What I tried here is just to make the build going and starting. Then I try to match the planner, but obviously it's really hard to have the exact same build as the planner, so just try to make the build work with what you find. This weapon, I didn't have this weapon either, but I was very lucky. I dropped this weapon. You try to get intelligence, max life and lucky hit chance to restore primary resource. Like, you don't need that very early, but this is gonna be very helpful for the endgame pit pushing build. On the tempering, it's gonna be blood damage and finality. We used to use Titan's Fall, I think. Finality should be a little bit better this season for the pit pushing. But yeah, on the runes, I don't even use rune. I found Xan and Xal that I use, can be very useful. But as we can see, I don't even have secondary runes because the runes are very rare now. On the amulets, I was lucky to find one amulet with GA life and normal intelligence. Since I didn't have a lot of gold, I was re-rolling. I got vulnerable, so I just keep it. Very important for this build, you wanna have the tempering on ultimate cooldown reduction on the free jewelry. That's very important. For the beginning, all you wanna have to do is to reduce your cooldown as much as you can to get a Bloodwave back as fast as you can. That's very important. That's why on the jewelry I have ultimate cooldown reduction everywhere. You don't need the ring to be GA, but you really need to have ultimate cooldown reduction and temper blood overpower damage to get more damage. I made the switch here when I had 3 ultimate cooldown reduction temper on the jewelry, but before that I had fast blood. This aspect is also very important and mandatory. On the amulets, I had the lowest roll of fast blood that I use on the amulet. because here, as you can see, when you pick up the blood orb, it reduces the cooldown of your Bloodwave. That was very important, so I put that on the amulet and sacrificial on the ring. And yeah, very important. And Vehement Growler for more damage here. That's for the gear. Let's look at the skill tree. The skill tree is very similar to the season 7 for those who play this build. Like you just get some damage, you get shadow, a lot of shadow skill on the skill bar because of some passive that's gonna give you more damage when you have darkness skill on your action bar, also give you more movement speed, but we don't really use that for the starter version. Like I don't really click Corpse Explosion, it's more like for the pit pushing. For this starter version, all you need to remember is to press Bloodwave, pick up the blood orbs, and that's more than enough here. Here you get some toughness here, you get some more damage. Blood Mist is like panic button that make you immune. If you get caught or you need to be immune, or if you need to dodge something, you press your Blood Mist. Very important, Decrepify here. Decrepify help you with your cooldown. On your boots you have Curse Aura, so enemy are cursed and you have a lucky hit chance to reduce your cooldown for the people that are inside your Decrepify here. So that's also help a lot. You also have another Paragon nodes that makes enemy takes more damage when they are in your curse, so a little bit of synergies. You have more damage here. This is Bloodwave, all the ranks in to reduce the cooldown to get more damage. And very important, this one, Ratsmat's Vigor. You cannot play the build without this one, so you really have to take this. And this one gonna make you deal guaranteed overpower when you pick up 15 blood. And also not forget Inspiring Leader, that's gonna give you more critical strike chance. It doesn't show in the town, but that shows in outside the town here. So yeah, very important. It's I think I was also using Garrun. I don't have the Garrun on me here, but there was a rune that gives you critical strike chance, and that allowed me to have 100% crit. I believe everything is in the planner anyway. On the runes, I had Gar and Tag, but it's gonna be very hard to get back, so I was using Zan and Gar, and I switched back to Xal a little bit later, but you should use Zan and Gar if you can. Like, where is Gar? I had the Gar here. So yeah, so the correct thing that I was using was like this. Zan and Gar to have 100% crit. And yeah, you have everything in the planner here. Have the runes if you are lucky to find the runes. For the boss power, I was playing without boss power until I reached C4. I was like missing a lot of damage, but it didn't even matter. I got the boss power very late because I will show you the boss power that I use. Because you need to reach C4 and kill the boss to get the power and finish the quest line. This one, Uriva's bomb, is gonna help you with the cooldown of your Bloodwave, 15% cooldown reduction. You have Cinerate Flames for more damage here. Belial's Ice Beam also to get more damage, because we always do overpower, and Heartbringer also. That's gonna give you more damage. I was playing without both of them. I had only 2 power active. It did not really matter, it's not a priority, but if you get them, it's really nice and gonna buff your damage. Book of the Dead says here, you don't use any minions, you sacrifice all of them to get more damage. Here, this one, and this one. Don't forget that you use a sacrificial either on your amulet on your ring to buff Book of the Dead here, like very big damage increase. The Paragon board, I have the full Paragon board on my planner on Mobalytics, but this is how I went. because I'm not 300 yet, and people always ask if I'm not 300 where I put the points, and then people ask when I'm 300 where I put the points. So my advice is try to get every glyph to level 15, then 46, activate them, just activate them, and try to rush for the legendary node. Like for example, if I want to rush, I wouldn't take those here. I would immediately go here, rush to this, take this, activate this one, rush this. Like I would not take this, I would just rush to activate the glyph and take the legendary nodes here. Like for example, I was not taking this. I was just rushing and trying to activate the glyph and trying to get the legendary nodes. That's it for the Paragon. For the Mercenary, it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to level up my Mercenary to level 10. For the starter version, it doesn't really matter. I put the most optimal one, I think, in the pushing or the starter guide, I believe. Yeah, you have everything in the guide. But yeah, this video is mostly to help you get the build starting, make it work, and so you can start scaling and transition into like speed farming build when you can find mythical unique or maybe pit pushing. The pit pushing version of this season is a little bit different than season 7. I might cover it later if you want. I know my friend Sora is working very hard on it, so big shout out to him. I will link his link in the description if you're interested. But I mostly made this character to be able to farm. I might want to do some Bone Spear build on the Necromancer yet. I don't know yet. Let me know in the comment section what build you would like to see next. And yeah, let's see. I think I showed everything. Did I miss something? I think that's it. You have aspect, you have everything in the planner. So yeah, I really hope this build gonna help you. If you really want to have an easy time from T1 to T4, this is really the class and the build that you really have to pick. Then you can switch later, but this is the easiest if you want to do boss carries and go fast and start dropping mythical and not struggling too much from T1 to T4. So yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Let me know if that was useful, and I will see you next time for more build or video.